Wonderful good day, ladies and gentlemen. Commodity TV out of our studios here in Munich, and it's my honor and pleasure today that we have Treasury Metals here. And with me here is Martin Walter, the President and CEO, and we want to talk about his terrific company. Martin, good morning, and thank you very much for taking the time.
Yeah, well, good morning to you, and thanks for inviting us along, and thanks for letting us share some of the developments that's been happening at Treasury Metals of recent.
Yes, so Treasury Metals, what's the company about? You're on the developing phase. What's going on?
Yeah, Treasury Metals, we're listed on the main board of the Toronto Stock Exchange. We're headquartered in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. We have a wonderful project called the Goliath Gold Project. It's about 1.5 million ounces, located near the small town of Dryden in Ontario, right beside the Trans-Canada Highway. So we enjoy an array of very good infrastructure for the project.
When we talk about infrastructure, because infrastructure is key when you develop a project into a mine, of course. Can you specify this a little bit more?
Yeah, I believe it is. I believe when you're developing a gold project like the Goliath Gold Project, location, it's key. And we have very good infrastructure. We are right beside a transmission line, a hydro line, so we have that at our fingertips. There's obviously town and gazetted roads. We're only 17 kilometres from the town of Dryden. We're 2 kilometres just north off the Trans-Canada Highway, which links Montreal to Vancouver. There's a gas line. There's a town that we can source available highly skilled labour and those sorts of things. So it's wonderful where we are. It's a great location, and again, Ontario being a very good spot, a very good place to develop a gold project like the Goliath. And we also enjoy the recent devaluation of the Canadian dollar. So that for us, gold is still trading at $1,500 to $1,600 in Canadian dollars. So it's a very good project.
Yeah, it makes life much more easier.
No, it does, for sure. We've got very good margins.
Yeah.
And it makes very good business sense. We'll be producing gold for, in the vicinity of about $840, $850 an ounce.
You did a PEA about that, right?
We did a preliminary economic assessment back in 2012, so we've got those raw numbers. And we think we can produce probably around about 75,000 ounces for the next 10 or 12 years on a mine life. All in sustainable costs around about $840, and be selling those ounces at around about $1,500 to $1,600 Canadian dollars.
Of today, of course.
Of course.
I think it takes a little bit of time until you will be in production. We talk about 2.5 years from here, probably.
Yeah, probably about that. We have the right team in place. Again, we're in, as I mentioned before, we're in Ontario, so we have the available expertise and the available technology available for us to move the project and develop the project very, very quickly.
Yeah.
We decided to put this project in production in 2012, so we started the permitting process back in 2012.
How far is the permitting process?
We're probably roughly 2/3 of the way through the permitting process at this stage. We completed an environmental impact statement, the first pass of that, and submitted that to the government in May of this year. We've had town hall meetings, we've had First Nation meetings, and we've also been through the technical government review stage. So we've had a lot of those, all the issues that have been identified for the project, and there's not a lot of them, but there's been some, and we've got that feedback now from the government, and we're mitigating those issues. And
fantastic. Yeah,
we'll be probably returning at the complete full environmental impact statement. We expect to complete that up sometime before Christmas of this year and return that back to the government.
Okay, this all costs money, of course. I saw that you have just raised nearly $2 million, of hard dollars and a flow-through, of course. And so how long will that last? Is that enough money to do the things you need to do by now?
Yeah, we managed to close $2 million last Thursday, a week from now. That's money that's going to go to completing the permits. So we have enough finance now in the bank to complete all our goals and our milestones, put it that way. So we want to have those permits completed sometime in the first and second quarter of 2016. Have a project on the side of the Trans-Canada Highway like we do have, with permits, with mine permits on it, will be very valuable, I think, for the company.
Absolutely. So the development for the first phase, it's an open pit phase, of course. Then you go underground. It's roughly $100 million, Canadian dollars. I think that's absolutely manageable.
Yeah, it's another big differentiator we have for the company. We're predicting or we expect the capital expenditures to build this mine to be in around about $100 to $110 million. That's the sort of number that we have at the moment. We have a 10 to 12 year mine life. We expect to be able to produce gold for around about 75 to 80,000 ounces on an annual basis. And as I mentioned before, very good economics, very good high grade, because the project's very high grade. We're looking at somewhere around about 3 grams for a mill feed, for a mill head grade into the mill. And yeah, I think if it makes for a very robust project, to tell you the truth.
Absolutely. Last question, what is management's share in the company? Because to me, it's always important that the management has some skin in the game.
Yeah, we've got the right team in place. We have the right board. Management's always been a strong supporter of the company.
And you paid for your shares?
Well, of course we did. Yes. Of course we did. Management probably collectively with the board and myself and some other managers probably collectively own 15 to 20% of the company.
That's a lot
at this stage. Yeah. You know, it is, and we do have skin in the game, and we certainly do believe in what we're trying to achieve there.
Yeah, fantastic.
With Treasury Metals.
Super, Martin. Thank you very much. All the best, and I hope we speak soon when you have more permits in place and when the things are really moving ahead.
Yeah, wonderful. And again, thanks for inviting me along.
Thank you very much. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Martin Walter, the President and CEO of Treasury Metals. Yeah, you heard it. Perfect infrastructure, probably one of the best, if not the best, mining location in the world. Roughly 100 million Canadian dollars, to build the mine and to go into production in almost 2 years. And the company has enough money, to fulfill the permitting and to move on with the process. And also, honestly, I think it's not a problem to get $100 million financed, even in this environment, because the economics and the project speaks for itself. And for me also always important, the management has a lot of skin in the game. They own probably nearly 20% of the company and they have paid for the shares. That's what we like. Check out the company. Thanks and bye-bye from Munich.